Do you ever feel that rush in your body where you can't tell if you're anxious about something or actually quite excited? Like something big is happening and your whole system lights up, but you don't know if this is a warning or a breakthrough. And that's exactly kind of what I'm living through at the moment. So, hi, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Mercedes, and I am a keen studier of the nervous system and somatic practices. I'm a qualified yoga teacher, have been for 12 years, 13 years, something like that, I don't know, long time. And I've navigated burnout, late ADHD diagnosis, and lots of trauma throughout all my life. So I know how confusing it can feel when your body reacts strongly on days that matter. And ideally, by the end of this video, you'll know how to tell the difference between fear and expansion in your body and why they feel so similar, and a few somatic cues that can help you stay grounded when both show up at the same time, because they can do. So why do fear and excitement feel the same in the body? And the truth is that they both activate the nervous system in very similar ways. So you are activating your sympathetic nervous system in both situations. So you may have increased energy, you may have a racing heart, and you may feel pressure. And that's when it's excitement, that can feel really good. And when it's fear, it can feel really constricting. But your system will register something significant is happening before your mind does. So and a lot of this comes down to how your mind interprets the signals. So this is where I say to you how the signals go from the body to the brain. They do. But fear and excitement feel pretty much identical in the body. So the way in which we determine whether it's fear or excitement is actually the way your brain interprets those sensations that are being sent from the body to the brain. Because the body doesn't label it. The body just has the sensations, and the body just sends all of these feelings and these stuff that's happening, and this, my heart's racing, or this is happening, and my breath's a bit shorter, or I'm feeling a bit rushed. All of these things get sent to the brain, and the brain goes, oh, I'm excited, or oh, I'm afraid. And that then comes down to the stories you have around the actual circumstance that you're in and the way that you feel about it mentally. So the anxiety will come, and the fear with something's going to fail. What if it goes wrong? And all that worry. And the excitement and the expansion comes with, I want this, but it feels scary. But I'm enjoying it. It's something exciting to do. It's like when artists go on stage, you can either have the people who have stage fright will interpret those feelings as fear and will be scared to go on stage and perform. And people who interpret it as excitement will turn that into positive energy and have some of their best performances because they feel excited rather than afraid. And it does all come down to how you interpret those feelings in your body. So what you can do when it's happening is actually to check your narrative. So, and actually there's one other sensation you can have, and I showed it right at the beginning without really going into it, is when you have fear, you feel like your body's contracting in on itself. And that will happen as a response to the mental talking about the physical sensations. You'll have the physical sensations, the mind will create its fear, and then you will feel like you're contracting. And when you feel like you're excited, it will feel very open and very alive, like you're kind of happy to talk. And so it's thinking about that. How is it actually feeling? Does it feel open and expansive, or does it feel constricting? And you can ask yourself, what if this goes well? So you can start to switch the narrative in your brain. So this is where we bring the mindset work in with the body. So when we're getting these stories coming from the body and we know that there's fear going on, yes, we can regulate, we can calm ourselves down, but we can ask ourselves, is this really fear? Or is this actually an excitement about something? Could something really great happen from what I'm doing? If the answer is yes, then it's actually excitement that you're dressing up as fear because of the mental stories you're telling yourself. So this morning, I have to tell you this because obviously we're doing the summit, and if you're watching this as I record it, then you're probably going to see the summit that we're launching. And I woke up fully activated this morning. I was awake very early, way too early. There was definitely adrenaline pumping through my body, and my mind was racing a bit. And I do a lot of self-reflection every day, and I was thinking, you know what, I am I am anxious about it. I'm anxious, is it going to go right? Am I going to mess everything up? Is it going to be successful? Am I going to be able to manage everything? And all of these questions going round and round in my head. But at the same time, I realised that actually what I was doing was really exciting. I've never hosted a summit before. I've never experienced this kind of event. So it's the first time I've ever done anything like this. And probably I will get stuff wrong, right? And there's stuff, well, when I say wrong, I said stuff that I would like to do better and I'll learn from it. And I was able to switch out of that, oh my goodness, this is terrifying mindset into actually, this is really exciting and we'll see what happens because it will be what it will be. And that's all we can really do. But to some extent, I was holding both of the emotions at the same time. So I had some anxiety and fear and some excitement. And I think it's important to say that although you can have stories around those sensations, you can actually hold both those stories at the same time, which feels kind of like, how can you hold them both? But we can be excited and anxious about the result at the same time. And it's allowing that. So when both are active, we kind of need to think about how we can deal with that. So the first thing to do is to come back into your body before you make a decision. So if you have to do anything that involves you making a decision, when you have this kind of like you're doing something new and it's exciting and it's scary and it's all of those things at once and we're kind of activated and feel like that, yeah? You can just put your hand on your chest over your heart. Just breathe deeply. So we're starting to regulate some really deep breaths. So staying really calm. And then start to feel the sensations in the body. So just sense what's happening. Think about the decision that you need to make. And as you think about it, notice what's happening. Is your body expanding or is it contracting? Just really allowing yourself to calm. And that calming, it calms the excitement a bit as well, because when we get heightened, we actually struggle with those decisions. So we get heightened. And you'll see, as I'm recording this video, and this happens to me quite a lot when I'm doing this, I will start talking very quickly and I'm very animated, and I will do the deep breathing and the practices with you. And I feel a bit calmer and I speak a bit slower and I speak a bit calmer and the tone of my voice actually changes. So you can actually notice the difference that we did 3 deep breaths together, 4, and the difference in the way that I'm speaking before and after. And I'm carrying a lot of hyped up energy today, so it's made the difference to me. And then you can begin to reframe mentally the sensations that you are experiencing. So instead of saying I'm anxious about what's going to happen, you can say my body thinks this is big. This is big what's happening. And instead of saying I'm scared, you can say I'm expanding. I'm expanding into something new. Because growth can always feel a bit uncomfortable at the beginning. And you can hold that excitement and that fear at the same time without choosing one or the other. Okay, so you can accept that, yes, there's going to be fear around it, but I also feel excited. And knowing that that fear and that excitement is because there's expansion and growth coming. And that's a good thing. So that's this session for you. Like I said, if you practice that deep breathing, hand on the heart, and tuning into what is happening, is it expansion or contraction, and learning about that will really help. So if this video has helped you, which I hope it has, remember to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or anything, drop a comment. And if you would like to connect more deeply, then I will drop a link in the description to my free group on school, The Sacred Pause, and I'd love to see you on the inside.